Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Exalted One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Venerable Sirs, friends in the Dhamma, at this moment we are going to explain the Buddha's message. Our spiritual teacher, the Supreme Buddha, explained the path of happiness. Happiness is the main purpose of everyone who was born in this world. We do everything in the name of happiness, from morning to night, from birth to death. We do everything for our happiness. But unfortunately, we will end our lives with suffering. This is the nature of our lives. In this situation, we should understand how we achieve the real happiness correctly, rightly. Here we can understand the Buddha's message. The Supreme Buddha explains the path of happiness. Happiness completely depends on purification of our minds. Whenever we do something with a pure mind, physically, verbally or mentally, we will receive the happiness. Happiness depends on the purification of our mind. If we do something with a pure mind, verbally, physically or mentally, we will receive the fruitful results, happiness. That is the nature of our life. Here we should understand what are the activities that we can do for our happiness. The Buddha says, very first meritorious act that helps us to purify our mind is that practicing generosity. Dāna, generosity. Dāna is one of the meritorious acts. What is dāna? We offer something to someone with kindness. When we offer something to someone, when we practice generosity, our mind is so pure and calm. That is why the Buddha says, Pīti mudarang vindati dāta. He who has a generous heart gains a lot of happiness. When we practice generosity, our mind is so pure and calm. It means we are happy. Not only that, practicing generosity is the way how we make friends. Tadang mettā nigantati. When we practice generosity, our relatives and friends are happy with us. They like us. That helps us to go forward in this happiness. And also the second meritorious act that we can practice is, which is sila or virtue, moral conduct, morality, discipline in our speech and behavior. When we do something and when we speak something, we think again and again whether it is correct. We do always the good things, physically and verbally. As a result of practicing this discipline, we have no regrets, we have no suffering because of our good conduct. That helps us to develop our happiness. And also, when we practice morality or virtue, we can be happy about our life, and also we can practice it as a meditation technique, which is sīla-anusati. We think again and again about our virtuous life. I have discipline in my speech and behavior. When we think this quality, virtue, we are able to develop our happiness, spiritual happiness. That is a meditation technique. When we practice this meditation technique, we are able to purify our mind from hindrances, sensual pleasure, ill will, sloth and torpor, restlessness and worry, and skeptical doubts. These are the hindrances, negativities that disturb our peace of mind. Whenever we concentrate our mind in the present moment using a meditation technique, we are able to reduce these negative thoughts from our minds. That helps us to cultivate our happiness, spiritual happiness. That is very important. On the other side, we practice a very special meritorious and meditation act that the Buddha explains, mettā bhavana. The Supreme Buddha says, Yantam santam padang abhisamecca, he who wishes to attain the peace of mind, sabbe sattva bhavantu sukhitattha, should contemplate on thus, may all beings be well, happy and peaceful. We think it again and again. May all beings at my home, may all beings in this city, may all beings in this province, may all beings in this country, continent, earth, solar system, galaxy, world, we think all the beings in this universe be well, happy and peaceful. We again and again contemplate on these positive thoughts in our minds. As a result of practicing mettā bhavana, loving kindness meditation, we are able to overcome anger. Anger is one of the main causes that disturb our peace of mind. That is very important for our happiness. As a result of practicing mettā bhavana, when we meet a person, when we think about a person, we think that person like my son or daughter. That is the highest attitude of practicing mettā bhavana. And also, finally, we go to the highest quality that the Supreme Buddha explained for our happiness is that practicing mindfulness. We keep our attention in the present moment, and also we are aware of our body and mind. At the same time, we can practice breathing meditation, mindful breathing. When we breathe in, we are aware of that now I am breathing in. When we breathe out, we think that now I am breathing out. Keeping our attention in the present moment, with breathing in and out, we are able to concentrate our mind in the present moment. As the result of keeping our attention in the present moment, we can gain concentration. With the concentrated mind, we reflect on the world reality as it is. Everything is impermanent. Everything is dissatisfactory. Everything is selflessness. This is the reality. Again and again, we understand and we reflect on these three characteristics, anicca, dukkha, anatta. Everything, physical and mental, they arise at the moment, they immediately cease at the moment. As a result of contemplating on impermanence, we release from the outside material world. If we are able to overcome the ignorance from our mind in the present moment, if we are able to overcome the material world, we are able to overcome suffering, decay, sorrow, death. These are the sufferings that we receive because of our ignorance. If we can overcome ignorance, contemplating on impermanence of material world, we release from the outside material world. As a result of releasing our mind from the material world, we are able to overcome decay, sickness, death and separation. At the same time, we reflect on the impermanence of our minds and also mental formations. Those mentality also arises and ceases at the moment. By practicing this Dhamma message explained by the Supreme Buddha, we release from the entire world. As a result of this practice, we keep our attention in the highest level with mindfulness and wisdom. This is the highest path of happiness, what the Supreme Buddha explained for our inner peace. Dear friends in the Dhamma, we start our spiritual journey practicing generosity, and we go to practice virtue or moral conduct, and also we practice mettā bhavana, And finally, we practice mindfulness with wisdom. As a result of this practice, we can cultivate our mind to the maximum level, reducing negative thoughts from our mind. As the result of this practice, we can overcome suffering completely, and also we are able to achieve the real happiness. Nibbānaṃ paramāṃ sukhaṃ. Nibbana or enlightenment is the highest bliss, what the Blessed One explained. For that, I wish you all the best. By the power of this listening of Dhamma, may you be well, happy and peaceful. May all your spiritual and educational goals meet with success. Finally, all of us attain the supreme bliss of liberation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.